So today I thought we'd take a look at changing out the blade on this Ego 56 volt edger that I use with my power head. And the first thing we have to do, we take the battery out of it, and I know you can't see the whole thing, but I actually have the attachment actually off the power head on mine at this time. So you do want to make sure you have the battery out of it at the very least. And we're going to take the cotter pin out. Now I have taken this cotter pin out before. This is the original. And sometimes you can get lucky enough with the original to reuse it several times. But in this case, I've used it so much, I've actually bought a set of just assorted cotter pins. So I have the 1/16 and the 3/32. I believe this to be something like a 2mm by 18mm. And my 3/32 is just a little bit too big, but my 1/16 is going to work just fine. This is a 1/16 by 1. So a 2mm by probably 18mm would be the replacement. This one's going to be just fine. We're going to need a 15mm socket. And if I remember right, this is left-hand threads. So we'll have to do like we normally tighten, or clockwise. But before we can do that, there's a slot in here. I'll try to rotate this so you can see it. There's a slot right there. We line it up with the head. I'm going to take a 5mm Allen or hex wrench, stick in the slot, and now it's going to be like you're tightening typically, but we're loosening. And this is a flange lock nut, and since it's left-hand thread, you want to be careful not to misplace that. We'll just take off our keyed hub. And now we can take off our blade. Just gonna lock this back down. So in case you're wondering how that key locks in, that's how it does it. We do have our spline output shaft through the gearbox, and with the slots cut in this, that's what locks it down. And this blade is a 8" by 2" with a 1" center hole. And even though I have had the Ego blades in the past, this time I just have a generic, but it is the right size, same thickness. I've had good luck using generics just as well as the name brand. So we'll put the hub and the nut back on. Remember, it is left-hand threads. I'm going to put this on counterclockwise. And just make sure that that 1" hole is on the hub correctly. And all it is now is just putting our cotter pin back in, just simply to make sure the nut don't fall off. And have I run it without this before? I have, but you really don't want to lose that nut. That's your main thing here. A little bit longer on this cotter pin, but no worries. That's easy to fix. It's by far the best edger I ever owned. It's always ready, it's quick and easy. It does a fantastic job for what I need. And I actually have quite a good bit of edging to do, honestly. Probably about 500 or 600 feet. If you like this video on changing this edger blade today, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.